Hi friends, it's Dennis, and it's that time again to do another Plan With Me video. If you're new here, I am Dennis, and I do videos on bullet journaling, and at some point, other stuff to be determined. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to be notified of some more awesome bullet journal awesomeness. So if you're planning with me, go grab your journal and supplies. If not, grab your favorite drink, sit back and enjoy. And let's get straight into it. As always, we are going to do our monthly spread first. For this month, I took the classic purple, green, and orange that's usually used for October, chose some lighter versions of those colors, and used those for my color scheme for this month. Very basic, but that's who I am. And I went through and used them and kind of made these 5x5 grids and just highlighted them in. And then gray is my accent color for this month. It usually always is my accent color to kind of shade stuff out. That's just what it is. And then I went and took my micro pen and kind of did a square outline by hand loosely and kind of made sure that they weren't all super perfect and that they're all unique to give it that more like hand-drawn feel, but that coziness that October usually brings for me. October is one of my favorite months, not just because of Halloween, but because a lot of great events have happened in my life in October, and I just really love it. For example, me proposing to my wife on Halloween almost 4 years ago. I went through and numbered every single day. I forgot to outline day 12, so I went back and did that. And then on the right hand side of the page, we are doing a little area that's going to be for reminders. I kept it kind of loose with just the header, and then every space below it will be where I put my reminders for the month. Labeled it October. And now we're on to our next spread, which is our habit tracker for the month. So basically, I decided to use my stamps again this month because it was super easy and simple. So I just picking out the right calendar day selection that I use, and then just stamping every area for the number of trackers that I'm doing, which for this month is going to be 9. And they're going to come down to basically the same stuff I do every month, but I added a couple extra in order to keep the same feel of what I'm going for this month with my theme. I'm doing these markers and rotating the colors again, and I'll do a loose outline box that's hand drawn around them, in which I put what I am tracking for the month. So my habits I'm tracking this month are reading, writing, journaling, shoulder exercise, eating healthy, exercising, adding an AM routine, no spend, and a PM routine. And I ended up doing gray for this box and black for the title, which did not work out as I thought it was going to. So I won't be doing that again for the rest of the journal. And it's gonna be a little bit more hodgepodge than I would like it to be. And in case you're wondering, the difference between my writing and my journaling habit is that my journaling is very overall what happened to me today and kind of like a reflective process. In my writing section, I'm working on 2 separate projects. And so to make progress on those, I have to make sure I'm writing every day. So this next section of this page is going to be my AM and PM routine, or my morning evening routine. So I took out my circle template, and made 2 half circles to represent the evening and the morning, and kind of made them into a rising and setting sun, which I figured would be the best representation for my AM and PM routines. And then I kind of used my highlighters to kind of accent it a little bit. Orange being for the morning, purple being for the evening. And then went backwards from where I wanted to end each of my morning routines and kind of filled it in that way. So my morning ends with me going to work and begins with me waking up at 5 a.m. And then my evening ends with me going to bed and starting with my dinner. So that way I kind of have like a general idea of what I want happening when it's supposed to be happening. This next spread is going to be my mood tracker. I've kept it very simple and kind of basic, but I am basic, so I'm going to go with it. My October theme, I decided to do tombstones because there's nothing more basic than that. So I gave myself some parameters and kind of freehanded it. I wanted each tombstone to be 3 spaces wide and between 3 and 5 spaces high. So I just kind of freehanded it, went through, counted, made sure I had enough days, added them all in, and then added my key at the bottom of the page like I usually do. And my key is still the same 3 colors as before, the orange, the green, and the purple, and each one having good, meh, and bad connotations to them. And how I basically decide which one to use for each day is the morning after I think about the previous day and whatever has the biggest mindset in my mind, like the most powerful feeling is what I put in for it. And then the page after that, I kind of left it blank. It's my dump. It's basically just my random area for me to put anything that comes across my head, ideas, notes, reminders, anything like that. It's my catch-all page to do what I want with. So now we come to really the meat of the monthly bullet journal, which is the weekly spread. And I did something different this month than I normally do. Normally when a week starts midweek, it has its own page dedicated to itself. And I really didn't feel like doing that this month, mainly because I'm almost out of space with this journal. And in fact, this month for me will be the last month in this particular journal. So I went and added the Friday and Saturday of the first week and just put it into the second week spread, where I have 9 boxes for each day. And then I'll show you what I did for my regular week. And I kind of did a modified version for the last week of October as well, where I added the 31st, which is just a Sunday, into that weekly spread as well. But you kind of get the idea of what I was going for. So I still did all the hand-drawn boxes, went through, highlighted 3 little areas that I'm going to label out later, and then added my monthly stamp to kind of highlight what weeks are in for this page. So my 3 areas I have highlighted are my focus area, which is something I did my last month in my bullet journal, which you can see up in the card below or above, sorry. My task area for all the tasks I have to complete during the week, and my miscellaneous, which is kind of my catch-all. It's my reminders, it's my notes for the month, or for the week actually. It's basically just a giant catch-all area. So this is going to be what my normal week looks like without the added days. It's going to be 7 boxes. I'm still highlighting out 3 sections for the focus, the task, and the miscellaneous areas. Still going to hand draw all of them. Now you'll notice that the ones on the left hand of the page are going to be a lot bigger than they were the previous week. So that way I can add more stuff to them. And I kind of just rotate my colors on what's going to be the highlight for the task, what's going to be the highlight for the days, what's going to be the highlight of the stamp, and kind of play around with it a little bit. And this stamp's a little bit wonky, but that's okay. Nothing's perfect in life. We just move past it. And this is actually a modified version of what I did in June. If you want to go check that one out, the card for that is up in the corner, and you can go look at what this looks like, super clean with clean lines, everything really focused in. This one's a little bit more hand drawn, more kind of like a cozy feel to it, not so rigid, which is what I want my feel for this month to be. And there you go. That is my bullet journal for the month of October. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Have some fun with it. Change out the colors if you want to. Make it your own. Until then, stay positive, stay organized, and be awesome. Also, don't forget to give this video a like. I need the likes. See you guys next time.